The 20th century was the century of soda pop. As pharmacies and soda shops started selling soft drinks all across America, people everywhere gathered to grab a Hires root beer or a crisp, cold Coca-Cola. By the turn of the 20th century, Americans were spending over $500 million a year on soda. That's more than double what the nation's budget for defense was at the time, and it's not like Teddy Roosevelt was exactly skimping on the Navy's spending. This was only the tip of the iceberg. After World War II, soda sales skyrocketed. So what were the most popular sodas of the 20th century? Stay tuned to find out. And if you missed our first video on the start of the world's soda obsession in the 19th century, be sure to check that out. The ginger ale craze had already captured the world in the latter half of the 19th century, but John McLaughlin, a Canadian pharmacist, had a different vision for this iconic soda. In 1904, he invented Canada Dry Pale Ginger Ale. The drink was an instant success, quickly becoming a popular brand, and today Canada Dry is the most popular ginger ale in the world, unlike its disgusting cousin, Wet Canada. A cult classic in the southern United States, RC Cola was developed by Claude A. Hatcher after he felt Coca-Cola had charged him too much for their product. RC Cola was first available at Hatcher's Pharmacy in Columbus, Georgia, and it quickly spread as a competitor to Coke. The Royal Crown Company introduced many other kinds of sodas, but the cola has remained the crown jewel of the company. In the 1950s, the Royal Crown brand became the first to introduce diet soda to the world with Diet Right, sparking the widespread popularity of diet soda. More on this later. They were also the first to employ aluminum cans in their packaging. Clayton J. Howe and Neil C. Ward co-founded the Orange Crush Company in 1911, capitalizing on the popularity of fruit-flavored sodas. Howe was a beverage chemist who had previously worked in the orange juice business, so he had a keen understanding of the nuances of orange flavors. Who knew there were so many nuances to orange juice flavor? Who knew? Ward, meanwhile, was a packaging expert who had a knack for marketing and business development. Together, they created the Orange Crush Company. The name Crush was reportedly chosen to refer to the process of extracting oils from the orange rind to flavor the soda, giving it a unique, robust orange taste. The drink was also set apart by its vibrant orange color. One notable aspect of Orange Crush's early marketing was its use of crinkly clear bottles that were designed to mimic the look of a crushed orange. This unique packaging helped distinguish the brand and is still associated with Orange Crush today. The brand quickly expanded to include other flavors such as lemon, lime, and grape, but Orange Crush remained the flagship product and is still widely enjoyed today. A&W Root Beer was first made in June 1919 by Roy W. Allen, a businessman in Lodi, California. Wanting to create a wholesome, delicious drink to serve to the public, a glass of A&W Root Beer originally sold for a nickel a pop at a roadside stand that Allen set up during a homecoming parade for World War I veterans. Can we get those prices back? In 1922, Allen partnered with Frank Wright, an employee from his original Lodi location, and they combined their initials to create the brand A&W. Allen and Wright began slinging burgers and French fries, in addition to their iconic root beer, and started franchising the company. By 1933, there were more than 170 franchised outlets, making it one of the first franchised restaurant chains in the United States. Today, A&W is one of the most popular root beers, carrying the torch for one of America's oldest soft drinks and fast food chains. Knee-High was introduced by the Cerro Cola Union Bottle Works in 1924, the company that would later become Royal Crown. The name was reportedly chosen after the phrase knee-high to indicate the variety of flavors available that would stand out among competitors. That doesn't make much sense, but It's okay. Knee-High offered a wide range of flavors like grape, orange, and root beer. Knee-High became a hit and greatly outsold the company's existing cola, Cherry Cola. The success of Knee-High allowed the company to expand nationally and was a direct competitor to other national drink brands. In the 1930s and 1940s, Knee-High became well known for its colorful and creative advertising, often featuring glamorous women shown in full-length profile with stocking-clad legs. These Knee-High girls were used to suggest the phrase knee-high and became a national sensation. After the successful reintroduction of Cherry Cola as Royal Crown Cola in the mid-1930s, the company changed its name to the Royal Crown Cola Company. Over time, the Knee-High brand took a backseat to the more popular RC Cola. Today, you can still see these classics in specialty soda shops like the Old Country Store in Cracker Barrels. Originally named Bib Label Lithiated Lemon Lime Soda, 7-Up was introduced by Charles Leiper Grigg in St. Louis just 2 weeks before the stock market crash of 1929. Oof, that is bad timing. Thankfully for us, the Lithiated Lemon Lime Soda survived the Great Depression and was renamed 7-Up. The original recipe included lithium citrate, a mood-stabilizing drug. And they say what's in sodas now is bad. They should see what they were putting in these drinks 100 years ago. 7-Up was also a popular caffeine-free alternative to the darker colas of the era, using a marketing campaign to fresh up with 7-Up. The brand soon became the third best-selling soft drink in the world. Squirt was invented by Herb Bishop in Phoenix, Arizona in 1938. Bishop was trying to make a less sweet, fresh, citrus-flavored soda that could serve as a mixer for alcoholic drinks. He created a new carbonated drink that required less fruit and sugar than other sodas and named it Squirt. That's cute. We like that. The brand was marketed as a refreshing, thirst-quenching soda that was perfect for hot climates. This marketing approach helped Squirt to become a popular drink in many parts of the Southwest and Midwest. Its grapefruit-inspired flavor sets it apart from other citrus sodas, and it's still often used as a mixer in cocktails. Don't you want a Fanta? This iconic fruit-flavored soda began flowing into consumers' cups during World War II in Germany. Because the Germans were unable to import Coca-Cola syrup into the country because of a trade embargo, they had to get creative. Max Keith, the head of Coca-Cola Deutschland at the time, invented Fanta using whatever ingredients were available, including apple pomace and whey. After the war, the Coca-Cola Corporation regained control of the German manufacturing plant and Fanta production was discontinued. However, during the 1950s, Pepsi started marketing a line of fruit-flavored drinks. In response, Coca-Cola revived Fanta in 1955, starting with an orange-flavored drink. From the 1960s through the 1980s, as Coca-Cola expanded its market globally, Fanta followed suit. Fanta is now available in more than 100 flavors worldwide. Some of the most popular include orange Fanta, grape Fanta, and strawberry Fanta, but many unique flavors can be found in different countries. For example, you can find Chocada, elderflower lemon Fanta in Bosnia and Herzegovina, and exotic elberry passion fruit Fanta in Sweden. 1940 also saw the introduction of Mountain Dew. Developed in Knoxville, Tennessee, or Dirty Knox as the locals lovingly call it, the word Mountain Dew is Appalachian slang for homemade whiskey and was invented by Allie and Barney Hartley to provide the good people of the South with an adequate chaser for their liquor. Mountain Dew originally appeared in a green bottle with a hillbilly on the front until it was acquired by PepsiCo in the 1960s. Mountain Dew is an otherworldly creation known for its high caffeine and sugar content and has actually been banned in the European Union and Japan for its bromine content, a chemical that can cause serious health problems. Today, Mountain Dew is available in a variety of flavors, including Code Red, and for you Taco Bell lovers out there, you know all about Baja Blast. As we mentioned earlier, the first diet soda to be introduced to the market was Diet Right, created by the Royal Crown Company. This cola-flavored, calorie-free carbonated beverage was sweetened with cyclamates and saccharin. In 1969, cyclamates were banned by the FDA due to concerns about potential carcinogenic effects, causing the company to reformulate Diet Right using only saccharin. The formula was changed many times over, substituting artificial sweeteners for one another, but the drink was eventually outpaced by other competitors like Tab, Diet Coke, and Pepsi. Sprite was introduced by the Coca-Cola Company in response to the popularity of 7-Up. It was initially launched in the United States as Sprite, the tart and tingling lemon soda. The name Sprite is a nod to the Sprite, a mythical creature found in European folklore, often associated with freshness or purity, and the drink was marketed as a refreshing, thirst-quenching soda. Sprite quickly gained popularity and was soon distributed internationally. By the 1980s, Sprite had become one of the most popular soft drinks worldwide, known for its distinct, slightly sour taste that set it apart from other lemon-lime sodas. The Coca-Cola Company has used a variety of successful marketing campaigns to promote Sprite. In the 1990s, it launched the Obey Your Thirst campaign, which was very successful and helped boost the brand's image as a hip, edgy drink. The campaign often featured prominent figures from the hip-hop community, further solidifying Sprite's appeal to a younger demographic.
So keeping this tight, CL smooth, sipping on Sprite. It's the Macadon, never swerving.
Over the years, Sprite has introduced a variety of different flavors and varieties, such as Sprite Zero, Sprite Remix, a line of fruit-flavored variants, and Sprite Cranberry. Sprite continues to be one of the top-selling lemon-lime soft drinks worldwide. Its appeal lies not just in its refreshing taste, but also in its caffeine-free composition, which sets it apart from many other popular soft drinks. Tab was introduced in 1963 as Coca-Cola's first diet soda. The name Tab was chosen after a computerized IBM 1401, a then state-of-the-art machine, generated a list of top-ranking short four-letter words. The name was meant to suggest that the drink would help consumers keep tabs on their weight. Tab was also sweetened by saccharin, but it soon fell by the wayside to Diet Coke, which was sweetened by aspartame. The brand maintained a small but loyal fan base until, sadly, Coca-Cola said they would be discontinuing Tab in October of 2020. We'll miss you, Tab. We really will. In the 1960s, the Coca-Cola Company really started to flex their muscles and came out with another winner with Fresca, a grapefruit-flavored soda. Fresca was introduced in the United States in 1966. Originally marketed as a diet soda for women, Fresca quickly gained popularity for its unique grapefruit flavor and sugar-free formulation. The word Fresca means fresh in Spanish, which helped to emphasize the drink's refreshing taste. Fresca is still widely available today and is especially delicious after running around a farm on a hot summer day. Just trust us on that. Pepsi Light was introduced in 1975 as a diet cola for the international market. The drink was formulated with a lemon flavor to set it apart from other diet beverages, which were typically unflavored at the time. We're really just including this one to be fair to Pepsi. Coca-Cola kept rolling out new formulas with the introduction of Mellow Yellow in 1979, designed to directly compete with Mountain Dew. Mellow Yellow is highly caffeinated with a bold citrus flavor. Mellow Yellow is perhaps best known for its association with motorsports. In the late 1980s and 1990s, the brand was a major sponsor of the National Hot Rod Association's drag racing circuit and also sponsored the NASCAR race at Charlotte Motor Speedway known as the Mellow Yellow 500. In 2010, Mellow Yellow underwent a significant rebranding. This included a new logo, a new packaging design, and the launch of Mellow Yellow Zero, a zero-calorie version of the soda. The brand continued its association with motorsports, becoming the title sponsor of the NHRA's professional drag racing circuit in 2012. Though still prominent, it never quite overtook Mountain Dew. Diet Coke was introduced in the United States on July 9, 1982. It was the first new brand since 1886 to use the Coca-Cola trademark. The product quickly became successful, and by the end of 1983, Diet Coke was the top diet soda in the world. Unlike Diet Pepsi, which uses the same formula as Pepsi but with a different sweetener, Diet Coke has a different formula than regular Coca-Cola. This was a strategic decision made by Coca-Cola, who didn't want to dilute the flagship brand. Diet Coke is sweetened with aspartame, an artificial sweetener, and contains no calories. In 2018, Diet Coke was rebranded in North America with a new logo and a new look for its cans. The rebranding was part of an effort to revitalize the brand and attract younger consumers, and today it remains the most popular diet soda in the world. In 1985, 99 years after the original Coke-fueled Coca-Cola recipe was developed, the company unveiled Cherry Coke, which was a refreshing cherry twist to the classic Coca-Cola flavor. The hipsters of the soda world had been enjoying the combination of cherry-flavored syrups and Coca-Cola at soda fountains for years, even before it was officially a product. Cherry Coke's marketing in the 1980s and 1990s often appealed to younger demographics with its bold, somewhat rebellious image. The drink was quite successful and remains popular to this day. In this same year, Coca-Cola tried to release a new recipe. It went horrifically wrong. They discontinued New Coke the same year they introduced it. We speak no more of this disastrous debacle. Pepsi saw Coca-Cola's terrible idea and decided to follow suit with one of their own. Crystal Pepsi was first introduced in 1992 in a few test markets and then rolled out nationally in 1993. It was marketed as a caffeine-free, clear alternative to normal colas, fitting in with a marketing fad at the time for clear products that suggested purity and healthiness. Despite an initial success, Crystal Pepsi's sales quickly declined, and the product was discontinued in the U.S. and most markets by 1994. Its clear color may have confused consumers who associated cola with a darker color, and its flavor was also criticized. In response to a campaign by competitive eater Kevin Strawley and LA Beast, PepsiCo re-released Crystal Pepsi in a limited quantity in the U.S. through a sweepstakes on their app in December 2015. This was followed by further limited re-releases in 2016 and 2017. The last limited re-release was in August 2018. Crystal Pepsi is often brought up as an example of a product failure. It shows that while innovation is important in the beverage industry, not all risks pay off, especially if the innovation strays too far from what consumers expect. Surge was first developed in Norway under the name Urge in 1996. After proving successful there, it was introduced to the American market in 1997 as Surge, and it was marketed heavily towards the Generation X demographic. The drink's branding focused on its caffeine content and extreme energy, similar to Mountain Dew. Unfortunately, despite initial success, sales began to decline. The Coca-Cola Company made the decision to discontinue Surge in 2003. Following its discontinuation, there was a significant fan-led effort to bring Surge back. This campaign, known as Surge Movement, included a dedicated website, a social media campaign, and even a crowd-funded billboard near the Coca-Cola Company's headquarters in Atlanta. These efforts led to a limited re-release of Surge in 2014 through Amazon.com and eventually wider distribution. Surge is still available in some markets, primarily in the United States. It's sold in convenience stores and vending machines and can also be found in Burger King's Coca-Cola Freestyle machines. The Surge movement continues to track and promote the availability of the beverage. There's few things that go as well with soda as a delicious burger. Watch every burger style we could find in the U.S. right here.